All right, so what you're looking at right now is your warm-up for number 2. Please work on these problems and then, pause it, work on these problems, and then turn it back on to see the answers, the work and the answers. Now I'm trusting you to actually, pause the video to work on these. So please, please, please do that so you can have the practice. So after you've paused the video, hopefully you can see on the screen the answers for 1 through 4. There you go. And then for 5, 6, and 7. So we're now going to look at the notes, which is on page 9, starting on page 9. And we're going to talk about no solution and infinitely many solutions. So I want everyone to look right here. Okay, I've written infinitely many solutions right there. So what does this mean? No solution means that it's a false statement. So it's a false statement. Infinitely many solutions means it's a true statement. All right. So if that's the case, so let's look at the no solution. You need to make sure you remember that we have to distribute the -4. So we're going to get -8x minus 4 equals -8x minus 2. And I keep telling you guys, you need to make sure that the variable is on the left. So we're going to add our 8x here, add the 8x there. Those cancel. This cancels, and we get -4 equals -2. Well, I don't know about you, but I know -4 doesn't equal -2. So this is a false statement. There's no possible number that could work as a solution to this equation. So you say no solution. Okay? Now, for the infinitely many solutions, okay, we're going to distribute the 3. And now we're going to combine like terms. So that means we can combine this one and that one, which will give a -5. And if you notice, you have -5 on both sides. You also have a -9x on both sides, which means this is a true statement. Right here, you have this -5 and that -5. And then you have two -9x's on either side. So this is a true statement. So you can either write many solutions. I don't think that's going to come out right. Hey, I liked it. Oh, I like that one too. And it liked that. I'm impressed. So infinitely many solutions is one way of having it written out, or you can do the infinitely many solutions that way. Is it like this? Nope, it doesn't like it. But I can do this. So either way you guys want to write it, either way. So you either have this way to write it, or you can write it this way. But this means that no matter what number you put in there, you are going to get a solution. Every number will work for that problem. So what I'd like for you to do on the rest of 9, I'll do a problem. How about if I just do number 4? You guys can deal with the rest of them. So what you're going to do is you're going to distribute the 7, and then you distribute this -4. So we get 3x minus 13 equals 7x plus 7x plus 14 minus 4x plus 28. Okay, so let's now combine like terms. There's nothing to combine over here, but we can combine this one and that one, and then we can combine this and this. So we get 3x minus 13 equals 11x plus, what is that, 12 is 42? Yeah, 42. I see a mistake. Hopefully you guys do too. This is not right. Let me get rid of this. Rewrite it. So 7x minus that should be 3x plus that. So let's combine. I'm going to bring this over this way. Those cancel. I get negative 13 equals to 42. Well, I don't know about you, but in my pocketbook or my bank account, having $42 and owing $13 is not the same. Not the same at all. So, no solution, or you can write that. Either one. Okay, let's see. If it liked it, no, it did not. All right, like this. Go in there. Move that over. Do this. I don't think there's an empty set here. Nope. Let's try over here. Over here. And let's see if we have an empty set. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it is. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let's look at, not all of them are going to come out as empty set or the no solution or infinitely many. For example, number 3 over here comes out to be x equals 0. This one up here is the infinitely many, and this one here is x equals negative 4. You guys can try those and see if you can get the right answer. All right, so we're on page 17. Page 17, yes, I'm asking you to skip some pages. Page 17. So let's fill this in. Make sure the absolute value expression is isolated. Isolated. Okay, very important. Set the inside equal to both the positive and negative number from the other side of the equation. Okay, we're going to have to show you what that means in a second. But number 3, after you do that step, what do you think you're going to do afterwards? Well, only one thing to do. Solve. All right, write your answer as a solution set or x equals with those brackets. All right. So how does this work? Well, let's start off easy and go from there. Okay. So for number 1, what it said was set the inside equal to both the positive and negative number from the other side of the equation. So what you're going to do is you're going to make 2 equations here. You're going to write it the way it is. And then you're going to write what's inside equal to a negative in the answer. And that's it. So not kidding you guys. That is it. Let's move down. See number 3. Okay. So write it the way it looks. 5z equals 40. And then I want you to write what's inside. And then you're going to make that 40 negative. And then you're going to solve. So this right here is multiplication. We're going to divide. So z equals 8. Divide. Z equals negative 8. And you're not done. I'm going to move this up. So your last step is where you do this. X equals, oh, I'm sorry, this is Z. Z equals, and you do it just like the number line. Okay, you go up here for this one, X equals negative 2, comma 2. Okay, so let's go down, let's look at number 6. So we're going to break these off into 2, write it the way it is, W minus 3 equals 4. And then whatever's inside, you write the same, and then minus 4. And then solve. So add your 3. W equals 7. Add your 3. W equals negative 1. So W is equal to negative 1, comma 7. And the rest on that side are pretty much the same. Let's go to the next page. Now, what if there is stuff outside the absolute value bar? Well, that's when we have a little bit of problem. Okay, that's when we have to isolate the absolute value. So, okay, so that's absolute value there. So if you guys are wondering. Okay, isolate the abs value. All right. So for number 9, we got to get that absolute value of C by itself. So we need to subtract the 2. And then we get the absolute value of C is equal to 10. Now we can start the problem again. And we get C equals 10 and C equals negative 10. And then our bracket, and we're done. Now, you're not going to see the same answer like you are right now all the time. So I don't want you guys to think, oh, I can just do one side and you know what the other answer is. No. So let's look at number 12. So for looking at number 12, is there something on the same side as the absolute value? So here's the absolute value. So this is your absolute value bar. Okay. Is there something on the same side as the equal sign that's attached to the absolute value bars that you could get rid of? It's a good question, but can we do it? I don't really like the yellow. Sorry, guys. So if those are the absolute values, what do you think that the negative 2, this guy right here, is doing with the absolute value bars there? Hopefully you said multiplication. So we need to get rid of it. So we're going to divide by negative 2. Those are going to cancel, and we get the absolute value of z plus 3 equals 7. So far, this has been working out for us, and that's a good thing. Okay, make your 2 equations. You get z plus 3 equals 7. Z plus 3 equals negative 7. Subtract your 3. Z equals 4. Subtract your 3. Z equals negative 10. Z is equal to negative 10, comma 4. Okay. So for 13, because this is division, we got to multiply. Then we get the absolute value of 2w minus 4 equals 18. So those cancel. And then you're going to make your 2 equations. And then solve from down there. And you end up getting w equals negative 7 and 11. All right, for number 10, you have to add your 3 first. you get negative 10 times the absolute value of h plus 5, and then different sign, same, I'm sorry, subtraction plus different signs, you're going to subtract them, and because this is bigger, you're going to get 80. Now the negative 10 is being multiplied, so we need to divide by negative 10. We get the absolute value of h plus 5 equals 8. And then again, break it into 2. And your answers is negative 13, negative 3. Now with this one, don't forget, you got to do the reciprocal, okay? But let's go down to special cases. Solve the equations below, explain their solutions. If you remember, hopefully, absolute value of something always has to come out positive number. Always, always, always. So you can't start the problem with a negative number if there's nothing on the either side of these absolute values to move. So right off the bat, this is no solution or empty set. And the reason why, absolute value cannot equal a negative number. Okay? So number 18, we have to get rid of this 3. So we're going to divide by negative 3. Those will cancel. Absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals negative 7. And again, we've got that negative. It doesn't work. So what I want you guys to do now is I want you to write the explanation right here. So hopefully your explanation said something like mine, the absolute value cannot equal a negative number once isolated. So with that said, your homework, let me go to the next page. Your homework and your classwork are the following. You are going to do for homework, page 11, homework number 3, all, and then page 19, homework number 5, all. Now for your classwork, now don't forget, page 11, it's also page, no, it's just page 11, sorry, for number 3. But for page 19, let's see if it's a back-to-back. It is. So for page 19 and 20, homework 5. Your classwork, though, for right now, is going to be page 10. What do you call a potato who reads the news? So hopefully you guys will finish this in time, and if not, you need to finish it up for homework. Hopefully that was okay lesson. You guys do okay. We'll find out next Monday. I plan on having a quiz next week, so be aware of that quiz next week, maybe Tuesday and Wednesday. This is for both 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, so finish the video, I guess, and go back, check your answers, or check your notes, see if you need any more help. And that's it.